Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations unto the elect. And I just want to go through a couple videos that I came across. Okay, and everybody has an opinion about what they call us Black Hebrew Israelites, or Hebrew Israelites, has to say, and they think we're just somehow just picking on a so-called white man. Okay, like he hasn't done, and he's still not doing wickedness in the planet Earth, and he thinks he's going to get away with it. All right, you had this Anthony Fauci was sitting in front of the Senate today, different Congress members, and he was pleading the fifth. All right, and all the questions that they asked him, he said, I plead the fifth. Okay, but the thing about the thing about judgment from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is, you damn devils are not going to be able to plead the fifth when your judgment comes. See, in this justice system, these people are not going to get, we're not going to get true justice. And a lot of you people don't even know what the so-called white man is really doing to you. See, but we've been blowing the whistle, blowing the trumpet on particular things that are happening in the world. And you deem us as the bad guy for pointing out what the so-called white man is doing to us as a people. All right. And it's not going to stop until Yahweh Shai gets back, because these people really believe that they're going to get away with what they're doing. Okay. And we have to get out of here as soon as possible. All right. Everything's going to shit. Everything. The quality of life for everybody, even the animals. All right. And we need the Lord speedily to deliver us from this place. The valley of the shadow of death. Okay, we're dying. Quick. All right. Let me play these videos real quick.
Cancer rates are rising among young adults. Some patients are now being diagnosed in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. This growing trend is causing researchers to re-examine the contributing factors across the age range. Dr. June Gong is an oncologist at Cedars-Sinai, here to discuss the increase in early onset cancers. We're talking mainly millennials, and as you said, the millennial doctor is here to help us sort through all of this. But why are we seeing this rise in cancer with people under 50?
Yeah, this is a great question. There's an alarming rise in what we call early onset or young onset cancer, which is defined by people that are diagnosed with cancer under the age of 50. And it so happens that the millennial generation, those born between 1981 up to 1996, are seeing the brunt of all these diagnoses of early onset cancers.
I know, obviously there's a lot of research.
All right, the food is being attacked. Everybody got diarrhea, all this bacteria on the food. All right, every time you look up, there's a recall on food. All right, the water supply, they're dumping chemicals in the water supply. The chemicals are leaching off into the water. Catfish are getting cancer. So everything is that we're talking about that's being done. We could all trace it back to who? The people that are in power, because the people that are in power are set up as the rulers and the managers on the earth. And it's being shown century after century that they don't know how to rule correctly. And the Lord is going to take these people out of power.
And studies that need to be done to completely figure out what's going on. But it used to be that you were older when you got it, or there was a genetic.
And growing up, cancer was an old person's disease. Now, you will see a couple Edomites here and there getting leukemia and shit, being born with that shit or whatnot. But for the most part, cancer was for old people. When you get old and people get cancer and shit, Now, shit, everybody's getting it.
linked to it. What other factors are you starting to see creep in?
That's a great point. So older adults are still diagnosed with more cancers than young onset cancers.
Okay.
It's just the rise is alarming.
Okay.
Genetic.
It's been a rise. Now, the C19 jab had a lot to do with it. Okay, we know that. But also, the contributor factors to this is also everything else that you're being polluted by. And it's not by mistake. This is not by mistake, like, oops. Chemicals are leaching off into the water. Oops, pollutants all in the sky. Oops, plastic everywhere. This is by design. And we're crying out. We're crying out to the Lord. When we make these videos, yes, we're informing the believers out there. But this is a sign, this is a cry to the Creator, to the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son. Please save us from this unreasonable man, these unreasonable people.
This does play, I think, a role, but maybe not the major contributor.
Okay, nobody's going to tell the fucking truth, but we are. We understand what's going on. We're being cornered on all sides. All right, Bill Gates just is trying to control the water supply. Why is that? You need water. Okay, you think you drinking bottled water and that's good? Or, nah, man. We got to take baths. Shit, even the rainwater's fucked up. So we need to get out of here. Okay, and these people that are in rulership, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you run into them is not the solution. Run into the polls. They haven't fixed your problems. They have not fixed your problems year after year after year. And you might say, well, what are we supposed to do? Okay, you're supposed to follow what we're doing. And some of you might think that what we're doing, it doesn't matter or it's not going to matter. You think that the Lord is not hearing the cries of the oppressed? You think he's just, sitting in heaven just okay? No, he's listening to the cries of the oppressed. Okay, when you go back to the Egyptians, okay, when we were under Egyptian rule, the Lord said that he heard the cries of his people. And he knew it was time to act. Okay, because it got bad. The Egyptians put more hell on this. It got more rigorous. Okay, so we're being put in that position right now. All right, which we call it the squeeze.
On the Quebec-Vermont border are sickening one another with cancer. But how? Researchers at the University of Vermont have discovered a new transmissible contagious skin cancer among a third of brown bullhead catfish in Lake Memphremagog. So for more on...
Now, how the hell are catfish been here since the beginning of time? Since the beginning of the Lord created, the Elohim created this world. The animals, the fishes in the sea, they're being poisoned too. The animals are being poisoned in the sea. The pollutants in the air. You think they don't go inside the water? The things that people are dumping inside of the lakes and the seas and the chemicals that are leaching off from these factories. We do lessons about this all the time. All the time. I know I do. Brothers do too. Okay, Johnson & Johnson just settled for $5.5 billion because of the baby powder is causing ovarian cancer. Y'all see, you people out there think this is a fucking game, man. This is no joke. The people that we're up against, our adversaries, the so-called white race, they're evil and wicked. And you think that they didn't know that this was causing cancer? Of course they knew. But guess what? They're all about money. They're greed. They don't care how it makes you feel. They just want money. And if it's at the expense of your health, so be it. Okay, and $5.5 billion is nothing to Johnson & Johnson. That's a slap on the wrist. People's lives are destroyed because of these products. And they know. They know that it's causing cancer. See, but that's not true justice. Giving somebody money is not true justice for ruining somebody's life and people dying. Let me go to the scriptures. This is Psalms 94, verse 2 in the NLT. Arise, O judge of the earth. Give the proud what they deserve. And he's talking about the Edomites. The Edomites are the proud. How long, O Yahweh? How long will the wicked be allowed to gloat? How long will they speak arrogance? How long will these evil people boast? They crush your people, Lord, hurting those you claim as your own continuously. Nobody's coming to the aid of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look at us as a people. Look at us, man. We're destroyed. Okay, and these people that continually hurt us physically, mentally, spiritually. All right, they don't have your best interests at heart. They kill widows and foreigners and murder orphans. And we already know they do that. So many human trafficking going on here in America. But all these cameras are everywhere, though. See, you people, these people ain't going to wake up, man. All right, some of them ain't. They think that America's, it's all good here. The Lord isn't looking, they say. And besides, the God of Israel doesn't care. That's what these people really think. These people think that the Lord is in heaven, is okay with the things that are going on earth. He's looking at it. And this is why Esau is going to pay harshly. See, Esau is not just going to pay for slavery. Yeah, that's why, for what he did for us, that's his main offense. Yes. But he has a whole hell of a lot to play, even after chattel slavery. You mean to tell me that you couldn't give your servants clean water to drink? At least clean food to eat? Shit, we already fucking slaves. You didn't have to put plastic everywhere. Okay, and they bottle it up in everything in plastic because it's cheaper. And microplastics are everywhere in our bodies. There are reports that plastics all in people's hearts, testicles, brains. Man. And we're crying out, man. We're crying out. And if you don't think that what all of us, the brothers, are doing, if you think that it doesn't work, then you don't have any faith, man. I don't believe that the Lord is just ignoring our cries. He's not. This is why prophecy is moving. All right. The scriptures say that if the Lord doesn't short the time, no flesh will be saved. Think again, you fools. When will you finally catch on? They'll never catch on because they're the wicked. All right. I'm going to jump down to verse 10. He punishes the nations. Won't he also punish you? He knows everything. Doesn't he also know what you are doing? See, the Lord knows. The angels are all recording everything. And they go back and give a report up to the Lord. So he knows everything. He's all knowing. He has all power, all knowledge, omnipotent, omnipotent. All right. Verse 14, the Lord will not reject his people. He will not abandon his special possession. So people think that the Lord is just, he's just going to leave us here in the pit. He's just going to leave us here. Let the so-called white man destroy them. No, man, this ain't chattel slavery. It's time for the Israelites to be delivered. All right, it's time for us to be delivered, man. And it's time for the so-called white man to go down. His rulership is over with. This is why you see a lot of the things that he thought could work. It ain't working no more. Okay, that's why he's going to come down with that sword. He's going to come down with more draconian measures. That's why he doesn't want you to have any privacy. He doesn't want you to have any privacy. He wants to know everything. If somebody why would you want to know everything? All right. Judgment will again be founded on justice. And true justice comes from the Lord. And those with virtuous hearts will pursue it. And this is what we want. We want justice. We're wrong because we want justice for what's been wrong to us. Okay, but there are women marching for so they can have abortions, though. But we're wrong for one, peace on earth and a better earth. We're upset with what he's doing to the animals, what he's doing to our people. But you look at us like weirdos because we're telling you that this is not how life is supposed to be. All right? Who will protect me from the wicked? Who will stand up for me against evildoers? And that's us. The men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We're standing up against evil right now. That's why we go out there and we prophesy against this kingdom. And we don't care who looks at us crazy. We don't care what people got to say about us. All right, we're standing up because nobody else is. Nobody else seems to care. Everybody just so focused on them and what they got going on, their jobs. See, but that's all vanity. All right? Unless the Lord had helped me, I would soon have settled in silence of the grave. See, if the Lord don't come and get us, we're going to die. The way things are going, everybody's getting sick. You go to the grocery store, you try to eat healthy, it's all poisoned. So, okay, it's all poisoned, man. Even down to the water. I cried out, I am slipping. But your unfailing love, oh Yahweh, supported me. The Lord is going to support us. The Lord is going to save us. He's going to get us through this fucking madness. He's going to save us from this unreasonable man. He's unreasonable. Damn, at least if you're going to work somebody to death, damn, they can't even get goddamn clean water. Shit, if you want control over somebody's life, you ain't going to get them at least a decent food, a decent meal. That's an unreasonable man. See, looking at the comment, poor fishes. Oh, good. We've entered the murder hornet phase of whatever fucked up timeline we're living in. See, people know that this is fucked up, man. Found in a lake that provides drinking water. I know stuff like this is inevitable, yet it still manages to gross me out. Oh, boy. Look at this. See, these people know something is wrong. See, but they don't have the knowledge. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Media is corrupt. They blame cancer on the cancer. They ignored the chemicals being introduced into the lake from the sources. This is all chemicals. All right, chemicals from these factories that who owns? Do Negroes own it? Do Latinos own it? Do Native Americans own it? No. The Lord, I don't believe the Lord is going to leave us here to rot, man. I don't believe that. See, what chemicals are being put in it? See, we need the Lord, man. We got to get out of here. That's why we don't pay attention to you Christians. You guys, if it was up to you guys, we never fucking leave. We'd never leave, ever. If it was up to you. You love it here. Bunch of sickos, man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.